This is confusing. Go.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Nice sunny afternoon. This Shabbat, we are going to be finishing the book of Shemot, the second book of the Torah. And as we complete it, the custom is, in all Jewish communities, that we all shout out together, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. And this has been said for centuries, at least 500 years, because we know that the Ramah, who lived 500 years ago in the Shulchan Aruch, he referred to it, and he said that this custom originally was said by saying these three words at the end of every aliyah, not just at the end of the book, end of every aliyah of the last sedra of the book. So that's quite an interesting one. We understandably presume that the phrase means be strong, referring perhaps to the Baal Koreh who had to read it, or maybe the person who was honored with reciting the last aliyah, who received the last aliyah. Maybe he didn't recite it, but received it. And we shall get strong, and it could have meant, and we shall get stronger, referring to the community. Another interpretation from the Libvush, who's Rabbi Mordechai Jaffa, he says that the true translation is, let us be strong, and strengthen others as well. Well, perhaps it means all of these things. One more interpretation from the Aruch HaShulchan, he suggests that the original phrase was simply, and it should stay, just chazak, chazak, chazak. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so I want to, by the way, acknowledge a friend of mine who I heard some of this from. That's Rabbi Chaim Fachler in Israel. So the next point I want to raise is, should we stand up when we say chazak, chazak? Some people, or most people, are against that one because it seems to show preference for a couple of sentences in the Torah, when in fact we hold all the words and all the letters of equally important. Another thing about the books is that the Netziv thinks that the book of Bereshit and the book of Shemot should both be considered as one unit, as one book, because it described the creation of the world and the formation of the Jewish people as a nation. So because it culminated at the end of this Sedra, the making of Bnei Yisrael into a holy nation, of course, involved the exodus from Egypt and receiving the Torah and the building of the Mishkan, which we've just been reading about and continue tomorrow a bit. All the necessary elements to ensure our true identity and for our survival. So maybe this Shabbat, when we shout out Chazak tomorrow, we should shout it out even louder than usual. Okay, this Shabbat, we also read the fourth of the special Parshiot before Pesach, and this is Parshiot HaChodesh, which of course heralds in the new month, which Rosh Chodesh will be on Sunday. It's the start of the lunar year, and with it the new season, the spring, the Aviv, which is traditionally the historical period of redemption from our repeated trials and tribulations. And although the festival of Pesach is round the corner, it's very soon and may indeed be dreaded by a few people because of all the shopping, preparing, the worry, and so on. It also represents our opportunity to be very thankful and to recognize all the miracles that Hashem bestows upon us, even when we don't necessarily deserve them. I'm not sure whether to say this, but perhaps it's a special gift this year from Hashem and the people who fixed up the calendar, that this year the first Seder will be on Motzei Shabbat. So apart from a few discussions about what we can and can't eat during that actual day, it means that we do come to the Seder very relaxed, because we have all afternoon to relax, which we don't normally have before a Seder. So that's actually quite good. And we can also take a look at the Haggadah as we normally do, which will give us extra inspiration for the Seder. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Chodesh Tov, and thinking ahead, Chag Pesach Kasher v'Sameach.
Thank you, Irene. And Stuart, if you're still with us, yes, you're still with us.
I apologise, I've had technical issues this afternoon. Hopefully I'll be here for all of Kabbalat Shabbat.